Welcome back to News USA. It is Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. It is the day after the Electoral College submitted their votes for the next president of the United States of America. And that vote was for Joseph R. Biden. He will be the 46th president of the United States of America. As of right now, nothing major has come up. Nothing has changed. And in a crazy turn of events, once and for all, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has acknowledged that Biden and Harris has won the election. He made some statements earlier today. Let's take a listen to those statements and see what he had to say.
So today I want to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden. The President-elect is no stranger to the Senate. He's devoted himself to public service for many years. I also want to congratulate the Vice President-elect, our colleague from California, Senator Harris. Beyond our differences, all Americans can take pride that our nation has a female vice president-elect for the very first time. I look forward to finishing out the next 36 days strong with President Trump. Our nation needs us to add another bipartisan chapter to this record of achievement.
So there was the statement earlier today by Senator Mitch McConnell. And it was actually very nice. He gave a couple of compliments to Biden and both Harris. He mentioned that Vice President-elect Harris is the first female vice president in the United States, which is very historical. Not too many people talk about that, but that is a huge moment for the United States. We've never had that before. So that's another check off of the list. And I think it's a good thing. Now, surprisingly enough, we have not heard anything from President Trump in response to this. So he's been pretty quiet. Usually by this time he's bashing someone or, calling them all kinds of names or whatnot because he's upset with the fact that they have defected from the push to try to keep him in office. Now, if you ask me, just in my opinion, I believe that this was the plan all along, where the GOP, or at least the leaders of the GOP, were going to wait until the Electoral College came and voted, and then they were going to go ahead and acknowledge the win, which is what they did. And actually, moving on a little bit, a little more information was released today. Mitch McConnell was warning his constituents that they should not challenge the election results. After the Electoral College voted for Joe Biden, it was reported that there were members of the Senate who were going to challenge the Electoral College vote. And Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell warned them, not to do this on a private call. He asked them not to object to the election results on January 6th. And this is according to a couple of sources familiar with the matter. According to the sources, McConnell told his caucus that challenging the results would force Republicans to take a terrible vote because they would need to vote it down, and it would make them appear as if they're against President Trump. And so he's asking them not to do it as of right now. We don't know whether they're going to do it or not. There was a source, Senator Shelley Moore Capito, she's a Republican from West Virginia. She said that during the call, no one objected to what Mitch McConnell was saying. She said, quote, there wasn't any pushback to it. There wasn't anyone saying, oh, wait a minute, end quote. So pretty much everybody was going along with what Mitch McConnell was saying. And it makes sense what he's saying. He doesn't want it to appear as there are Republicans going against Trump, which I think you should have the guts to go, to do what's right. Even if you feel that the election was stolen, which there is no real legit evidence to show that it has been stolen. Unless you feel that way, you should just go along. You should do what the Electoral College has voted for. You should follow what they have done, just like the Senate Majority Leader said. The Electoral College has spoken. So this is a republic. We have the rule of law. There are a couple of senators out there, the likes of Ron Johnson. He's a Republican from Wisconsin, and Rand Paul. He's also a Republican from Kentucky. They haven't ruled out actually objecting to the Electoral College votes. Now, this is set to happen on January 6th, where the vote from the Electoral College comes into the Senate or comes into Congress, and they are supposed to pretty much tally the votes and make it finally official, I guess you could say, for the third time, not including all of the the recounts and the lawsuits. I think we're at over 50 lawsuits as of right now, and the majority of them, if not all of them, except one, has been turned down, or the Trump administration or those who have raised the lawsuits have not been successful with those. So this is a major turn of events. Could this be the beginning of the entire GOP as a whole starting to push back against President Trump, and will they start to all come out? There have been a few other senators who have come out and congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris here recently since McConnell made this statement. So we could start to see a trend here where the GOP tries to take back its place and just move forward and understand that it's time to move on without the current president, Mr. Trump. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It's going to be interesting, to say the least, regardless of what happens. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned to News USA.